Hi there folks, welcome back to Richard Reviews. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. I know I am. I want to thank everyone for liking, commenting, subscribing to this channel. And this is directed by Andy Muschietti, who originally he directed a film called Mama several years ago. I didn't see that film, but clearly after seeing this film I need to do that. And this is co-written by all people of Kerry Joji Fukunaga. I think that's what his name is. He originally was supposed to direct this film, but apparently the studio and him had different ideas, and therefore he left the project, therefore he gets writing credit for this film here. This very well may be the best Stephen King adaptation I've seen probably since The Green Mile. Face facts, folks. Stephen King adaptations come in three different varieties. The good, the somewhat decent films, then there's 50 Feet of Dirt, and then there's the crappy adaptations. Based on the raucous crowd that I saw this film with, we are definitely getting a part two. These people here, they were laughing, they were joking, they were gasping at the screen. Of course, the studio has said here, this film might make $100 million this weekend. Will anybody be wanting to wait for a chapter 2? Who knows? Again, stranger things have happened. So, considering that we're all nostalgic for the 80s these days, this adaptation changes the early childhood period, considering this film basically deals with the childhood section of the Stephen King novel. It deals with the years of 88 and 89, which in the town of Derby, Maine, which is, I guess, the stand-in for Stephen King's Bangor, Maine, we have a rash of childhood disappearances. And this is one of those towns, it's a Stephen King-like town in which basically every kid seems to notice the strange things going on in their own town, while the adults are basically saying, really, what are you pointing out? What are you saying? What are you doing here? I don't really remember the 90s version of the film that came out all those years ago. I've seen bits and pieces of that film. But the original starred Seth Green, and this new film clearly has several child actors that are clearly gonna go places. We're introduced to a loser club that includes Bill DeBrew, played by Jason Labear, I think, and he was in that film that no one saw, The Book of Henry, whose younger brother Georgie goes disappearing, and he's one of the first, I think, to go missing from the evil clown that is Pennywise. And this shows you how big a difference that this film was in the 90s, because this film violates the rule of how you show children in a horror film here, folks. Yes, things happen to Georgie that, yes, I won't go into, but clearly, yes, you will be seeing it, and that is horrifying in and of itself. We also meet Eddie Kasparov, played by Phil Wolfhand, I think that's his name, and he's on Stranger Things. Yes, I'm sorry, I have not reviewed Stranger Things. Clearly, I need to do that. He's the really wisecracking guy of the group. We also have the lone female, played by Beverly, played by Sophia Lillis. She's the standout of this film, because quite frankly, she has a Molly Ringwald vibe going on, and at least one point, they all mention that, which is quite interesting. Really peppered with 80s references. Now, quite frankly, I was born in December of 86, so basically I was only 3 years old, or a little over 3 years old, when the 80s ended. But yes, I wonder how long it is going to be till we're all nostalgic for the 90s. Some of these kids make more an impression than other kids, but there's this one kid who's overweight and he's a fan of New Kids on the Block. And again, it's like, this also film really shows you that nothing really has changed in school. Yes, middle school or junior high really sucks. I mean, I identify with some of these kids, absolutely. Like, granted, yeah, some of these kids have really cruddy childhoods. One other kid here, his mother is literally, you know, Munchausen by proxy. And that's Beverly's father is, yeah, he's a creep. And then we have Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise the Clown. Let me just say, here's the thing. The original 90s film or miniseries that this had, that was Tim Curry, largely playing Tim Curry. Yes, he was creepy. But Skarsgård, literally, he takes his own approach by basically saying, I'm going to mess with you. And that's what he does. He constantly plays mind games with you. What I truly get a deep appreciation of this film for is the fact that, yes, these kids literally act like kids. They literally talk like kids. They really curse. They stand up to their parents to a certain degree. I mean, literally, most films of kids, they talk and act and do things that are wise beyond their years, and that's not how kids are. Most kids, to a certain extent, screw up. They do things that no one should be doing, and this is what they do in that film here, folks. They confront an evil force that most people in their right minds do. They would just run away, go under the covers, and pray to God that this thing ends. I think one of the things I happen to like is that the Pennywise the Clown doesn't evolve into a spider, which apparently happens in the book twice. And if this thing didn't do well at all, we could all say, hey look, we got a good standalone film that maybe some people in maybe 10-15 years could make a sequel out of. But of course, no, we live in an era of instant gratification, and the only thing that I can say to myself, okay, is that they spend a whole lot of time in the sewers, which, yes, that's claustrophobic in and of itself. In the end, folks, it is one of those films that left an impression on me. Of all the Stephen King adaptations in the recent years, this one really stands out. So I'm going to say here, folks, and the cast is uniformly excellent, and so what I'm going to say here, folks, in the end, it to me is a leave work early type of deal. Quite frankly, I would never advocate that you leave work early. So folks, have you seen it? Please put in that comment section, folks, below. How would you rank the top Stephen King adaptations if you had to? What do you think of Pennywise the Clown? Have you read this book? Please put all that in the comment box below. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, and enrich yourself with knowledge. I'll see you next time, folks.